Hey folks, Mike Johnson here. If it's got wheels and an engine, you're in the right place. On this channel, we dive into car repairs, maintenance tips, and everything you need to keep your ride running smooth. If you're into cars and want to keep learning, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. All right, enough talking. Let's get into it.
Spark plugs are the devices that provide the ignition source for the fuel-air mixture that is injected into each cylinder of your car's engine. The spark it produces causes the mixture to explode, driving the piston down, which turns the crankshaft that turns your wheels via the axles. Most engines have one spark plug per cylinder, so if your car has a 4-cylinder engine, it has 4 spark plugs. Spark plugs wear out. In the not-too-distant past, you had to change spark plugs every 30,000 miles or so. Today, most cars have long-life spark plugs that last from 70,000 to 100,000 miles. Your car's owner's manual will tell you how often they need replacing. Be wary of any component, including your plugs, that are listed as lifetime parts. For practical purposes, you should think of a vehicle's lifetime as 100,000 miles. The problem is, the average car on the road today is nearly 12 years old. With average annual mileage of just over 14,000 kilometers, you can easily see that there are plenty of cars out there with over 100,000 miles on them. When you reach this stage in your vehicle's life, it's time to start replacing parts that are nearing the end of their expected usefulness. Spark plugs need a lot of electricity to operate. The charge is delivered via ignition coils which connect to the top of the spark plug. These are long cylindrical plastic devices with a coil inside. On the top of your engine block, there are 4 holes. At the bottom of each of these holes is a threaded hole into which the spark plugs screw. The rest of the room in these long holes is taken up by the ignition coil. Coils, like spark plugs, have a limited lifespan. If you plan to replace the long-life spark plugs, you'll need to replace the coils too. You can easily take it to a mechanic. If money were no object, that's what I'd do. Unfortunately, replacing spark plugs and coils at an auto garage can easily cost you $500. That's no small amount of money. The good news is that you can change your own spark plugs and coils on your HRV for less than $200 and about an hour of your time. The $300 you save will fill your gas tank many times over. And with new spark plugs and coils, your CRV should get better gas mileage, which means you won't have to fill it up as often. An added bonus is that you'll probably notice a slight increase in engine performance. You can get them at the dealership, not recommended, at an auto parts store, better than the dealership, but not ideal, or order your own CRV ignition coils and get the best deal. Here's how to complete the project of preparation. You should also always set your parking brake when working on your vehicle. Once you've gathered your tools and parts and set the brake, it's time to open the hood. The hood release latch is a little difficult to locate if you've never used it. You've probably used the fuel filler flap release when refueling, and the hood release latch is just to the right of it, set back a few centimeters. Put your fingers on the fuel tank latch, then slide your fingers to the right and back and you'll feel it. Once your hood is open and wedged with the rod that pivots from the front of your engine compartment to the corresponding hole under the hood, it's time to get down to business. Remove spark plug cover. Attach one end of the socket extension to the ratchet wrench and the spark plug socket to the other end. Insert the spark plug socket into the hole until you feel it touch the top of the plug. Manipulate the ratchet until you feel the socket gripping the spark plug correctly. Set the ratchet to turn anticlockwise and start unscrewing the spark plug. The first half turn may take a good effort until the plug releases. Once you're sure it's completely unscrewed, carefully remove the socket. The upper part of the spark plug will be trapped inside the sleeve. Once clear of the engine, remove the old plug from the socket and discard it. Check the gap on new spark plugs. In conclusion, changing spark plugs and ignition coils is a straightforward process that can significantly improve your vehicle's performance and fuel efficiency. By following the steps outlined in this video, you can save time and money while ensuring your engine runs smoothly. Remember to consult your vehicle's manual for specific details and always prioritize safety. With a little patience and the right tools, you can tackle this maintenance task with confidence. Thank you for watching, and happy driving!